Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel Coffee Tea Paper. My name's Louise and wow, we have had a really rainy night. We've had over 120 millimeters and it's still raining. Just went for a bit of a look to see just how wet everything is, and so I thought I would share that with you. Just set the mood, I guess, for how everything's feeling this Friday morning. I've made myself a cup of coffee and it's time to sit down and have a look at what the little box of calm has for us on this not sunny but very wet day. Last week we got this very shouty card that I didn't personally connect with it, and I know some of you didn't mind it, some of you felt the same way that I did, but I also found this other quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and some of you did both or just used one or the other. So that was a really fun experiment, unintentionally, but a fun experiment nonetheless for last week. So it's time to get to move on the happiest paperclip in the world and put this away and see what we have for this coming week. Pop this underneath. Okay, fingers crossed it's not something shouty. I'm really hoping for another one of those vintagey style ones, but you know, who knows, right? Okay. It's very pink and starsy. Stop trying to define who you are and just be. I suppose she means be yourself. Oh, she's an actress. I think she's a model and an actress. That's a familiar name, which I guess if you think about, yeah, because she's a model and an actress. I can't actually think, I don't know if she's been in any like super mainstream movies. But I can picture her in my head. And if you think about, I guess, the sort of job she has, that's probably quite a relevant quote for her. I'm actually quite comfortable with who I am and how I got here, and that's all good. But I know a lot of people kind of struggle with this definition of self and who they are and how they fit into this world of ours, and I get that. You have to really put your blinkers on sometimes to remember who you are and what you like. I guess, you know, this is the age of influences. In the age of influences, sometimes it's very easy to get swayed. Obviously, I love stationery and I love travel and I love travelers' notebooks and coffee and things, but they're things that I've always enjoyed. Well, not coffee. I didn't sort of start drinking that until I was at university. Like, I wasn't sipping espressos as a young child. Interesting. Really interesting quote, and I'm going to be very intrigued to see the different responses to this one. I myself, I think I'm going to just take some inspiration from this color palette. I think pink and yellow is quite a difficult combination to put together, so challenge accepted. I'm going to drink my coffee, put together a few pieces, and let's make a page together. Alrighty, I have had a bit of my coffee and gotten out a few things that I guess are a bit of a mix about the color inspiration as well as things that I enjoy. um, yeah, it's not particularly deep and meaningful this week. I must admit that sometimes that's okay. I'm a little bit distracted by the rain. I get a bit worried after we have the flooding of our house. I have pulled out a beautiful mix of papers, and I have also pulled out some of this new washi tape that I got from the washi tape shop, which is cockatiels. Hmm. And I've also got this little card that was a gift in a Happy Mail, some round washi dots, and I've got a compass stamp here to just represent my love of travel. I don't know if I go as far to say exploring the world, but I like being out in the world and going to different places and walking down a street and not knowing what's around the next corner. I find that an incredibly gratifying experience, and I always have. That's something I enjoyed even as a child. Okay, we need glue sticks, we need scissors, we need inspiration. And I always love ripping. I love ripping these papers, but maybe in the spirit of experimentation, I don't do ripping today. But this just looks so blocky to me. No, that's part of who I am. I'm a ripper. I'm a ripper. Okay, I'm just gonna start gluing some things down. I think I'm gonna write the quote on this card. Now, I think if I add in these lovely cockatiel stickers, I think this page is going to get very busy. It's already quite busy. We've got flecks and we've got petals and we've got dots and we've got doodles and we've got words and we've got a whole lot going on already. And then I think, you know, I want to put that in there as well. It's just going to get quite busy. But we definitely need something, I think, just to balance out this top corner. Don't know if that's going to stamp on there quite so well. If in doubt, just pop on some sticky dots and see what happens. maybe I just pop this little fella on. Do you know what? I'm just going to rip off these leaves. Adding in the green is kind of bugging me. I think that looks better than adding in that stuff. I'm just going to stick that up there. I'll use that in something else later. And then I am just wondering whether now I can put these little flowers down the bottom. These look like frangipanis to me. I love frangipanis. They just smell of summer. There we go. And because I can't help myself, I just want a few more washi dots. Oh, that's not washi dots. These are washi dots. And I feel compelled to have an odd number. Also think I might get out some washi tape and do a bit of decoration on this page just to balance it out. That's acceptable. I wish I could put things on properly sometimes. Well, I'm going to stop there. I think that's my page for this week. It's funny, isn't it? Even though I put things down, well, I put down some washi dots and cockatiel, but I knew this pink and yellow combination would be a struggle for me, and it's a challenge that I accepted, but I'm not that enamored of it, and I kind of a bit reflective of the quote as well. Like, I think it's a good quote. I just don't particularly find it personally relevant, even though I think it will be very relevant to a lot of people. I think a lot of people will strongly identify with that quote. Yeah, I really, really love last week's. It's, yeah, more muted. I love the colors in it. This, I am struggling. Anyway, I look forward to seeing if you create some pages, and if you are happy to share them over on Instagram at hashtag CTP2024 Calm Journal Prompts. I'll be interested to see if you go with the color, the quote, both, neither. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a wonderful weekend and make sure you make some time for yourself. And I hope the weather is better where you are. Bye for now.